If you grew up in my generation, yes, this one sadly, you probably know this book, Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Now if it was up to me, it'd be called Diary of a Simpy Kid, as Greg spends multiple books obsessing over either a specific girl or just girls in general. Let's calm it down there, Greg. Now we all know that the book was a success, as there's now 16 main books, 3 spin-off books, a live-action movie trilogy, and this garbage. But there's about to be one more added to that collection, and it looks great. See? Great! Absolutely great. Not terrifying. At all. Okay, I know the producers are trying to make a more kid-friendly movie by making it animated, but when did the idea of not giving kids nightmares disappear in their train of thought? Like, I'm really curious. When I'd rather dream about Freddy freaking Krueger than this evil version of Greg Heffley, we got a problem. But Greg is not the worst by far, my friends. Not even close. Here we have Rowley, who looks like he's been told by toxic 10-year-olds that he sucks at a video game. Like, Roach, don't listen to the 10-year-olds and you'll be fine, but it looks like they actually hurt your feelings. Lesson of the video, guys. Don't let 10-year-olds insult you. They got to Rowley. Make sure they don't get to you. Next up, we got Roderick, whose hairdresser just committed a crime. Like, you call that hair? It looks fine in the books as it's a drawing, but this is an animation. I swear, the animators just want to see the world burn. Like, how do you even call this kid-friendly? Disney could have easily used their regular animation style instead of using whatever the heck this is. And while I understand they want to make it similar to the author's drawings, they could have done it in a less creepy approach for sure. I'm gonna watch this movie when it comes out, mainly only to make fun of it, and I know it's gonna be bad when there's a high chance the contents of my trash can are gonna be better than it. This movie's gonna be actual torture to watch. I mean, I'll have to look at these 3 demons for however many hours, and I don't know if I'll be able to make it out with my sanity. I really thought they should have learned their lesson with The Long Haul. The movie sucked, everyone hated it, it was a meme, and now they're making something worse. Like, they could have at least had better animation with this new one. I'm gonna be honest, this movie might actually be looking really promising if it wasn't for the animation. Everything actually looks really good in the trailer for it, except for how the characters look. If they used any other animation style, this movie would probably be a massive success. And that really pains me, as it seems like the whole franchise is going downhill. If you look at the 2 or 3 latest books, it's clear that the author is running out of ideas, and I don't blame him at all for that. When you have a massive book franchise, and it's now into the double digits, you're gonna run out of ideas eventually. The good thing is, none of these books are bad, and they're still selling a lot of copies, but they aren't as good as they used to be, which I think we can all agree on. Going back to when I said the franchise is going downhill, another example is the spin-off series about Rowley. I do not like these books. They're silly. It honestly would have been okay if only the first one existed, but there are 2 sequels, which I just don't like at all. My point is, I do think that the Wimpy Kid franchise is going to die sometime in the next 5 years or so. I really hope that's not the case, as these were my favorite books when I was a kid, but that's what I realistically see happening. With the author running out of ideas, the terrible spin-off series, and this new animated movie, it's clear that the franchise's golden age is long gone. And you know the franchise is going downhill when this is what the new Fregley looks like. I never thought he could get worse than he is in the books. Yet here we are. First of all, why does his nose look bigger than his hands? That is not normal. Fregley's nose is ginormous, he looks terrifying, and I'm scared. Like, I'm actually gonna have nightmares. Thanks a lot, Disney. I still don't understand how Disney thinks that this is okay for kids. What do we even say at this point? I don't know. I think kids would be better off watching the 2017 It movie than this Wimpy Kid film. But just when you think the animation cannot get any worse, here's what Manny looks like. This design, if you even want to call it that, should have gotten the movie cancelled. How did this even get approved? Here, Manny actually looks like a white crocodile with a bit of hair. He's gonna traumatize these kids. Mark my words. This new Manny looks like something that should be in a horror movie. Not here. Every single one of these characters are terrifying, but Manny here is just on a whole other level. Which brain-dead employee decided to approve this? I'm really curious. I think this whole movie is going to be a huge failure. As I mentioned earlier, I do think the franchise will die soon, and this is not helping. But who knows, maybe the kids will actually enjoy this movie. I honestly hope they do. Do we think it's likely? No. But do I hope it happens? Yes. I really do want this movie to do well, despite the poor animation choices, because if it does well, that will spark new life into the franchise, and slow down his dying process. Anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss a single upload, and I'll see you all next time.